I'm going to cover the 5 most common mistakes that new online sellers make. I'm also going to tell you how to avoid them in the most easy, simple way possible. And the last one may be the most important one because it's the one that derails most new resellers. Number 1, do not communicate with people offline. You're going to hear all the time about all the scammers out there, and there are some, but it's so easy to avoid the vast majority of them. You're going to get messages that look like this. They're going to tell you, hey, I can't make the payment through the regular system. Poshmark's not accepting my payment. Etsy's not accepting my payment. eBay's not accepting my payment. Please contact me here so that I can arrange payment. Sometimes they'll throw in things like, I will pay an additional $20 or something like that. Do not communicate with any buyer off of the platform that you're selling on, and you'll eliminate almost all of the scams that are going to take place. They don't want to do it out in front of everybody where they can be seen. So number 1, do not communicate with any buyers off of the platform that you're working on. 2, this is a mistake like virtually every single new seller I know makes, and a whole bunch of experienced sellers make. Do not overbuy. And I'm not talking about paying too much. I'm talking about buying every single thing out there that you think that you can make a profit on. One of the things that happens when you first begin is you're like, gosh, what if I can't get enough inventory? And so you start buying and you start hoarding, and then pretty soon you don't have room to work. You end up with the weight of all of this unlisted inventory on top of you. You have to have a plan for moving unlisted inventory. You have to have a plan for getting it to other people or wholesaling it. But more importantly than that, you need a plan when you go out that I'm not buying below this level. If it isn't going to profit me X number of dollars, it doesn't fit my plan. So number 2, seriously, don't overbuy. The best way, especially when you're starting out, the best way to do this is to buy what you know that you can list before you're going to go back out and source again. Super easy, don't overbuy. Number 3, don't listen to people who aren't successful at doing what you want to do. It is so easy to listen to people that tell you all of the reasons something won't work. Well, I did it before and this happened, or this is going to happen to you. The reality of it is if you listen to people who are successful at what you want to do, you're going to be getting advice and input from people that know how to make this work. A lot of times it's going to be your family who are going to be like, I don't know what online reselling is. Like, don't do that. That's a crazy thing to do with your life. I heard a lot of things from people that didn't have a clue exactly what it was I was going to be doing. Advice is so helpful. It is so encouraging to talk to somebody who's where you want to be. There will be lots of people who aren't where you want to be. You may love those people, but that doesn't make them an expert at eBay or Poshmark or Etsy or any one of the other platforms that you might be interested in selling on. Seek those people out. YouTube is a gold mine of people that are successful at selling online. Those are the people to seek out. What do they do? How did they become successful? And what is it that makes it work? Number 3, stop listening to people that aren't successful at what you want to be successful at. Make sure you stick around because the last one, I'm telling you, is the most important one. Number 4, with any new job, is not being consistent. Think about this for a minute. Let's say you get a regular 9-to-5 job and you go to work on Monday and you go to work on Tuesday. Wednesday, you're not feeling it, so you don't go to work. Thursday, you cut out at lunch, you've had enough. Come Friday, you may not have a job. Even in the real world, if you aren't consistent about what you're supposed to be doing, you're not going to be successful. In eBay, in Poshmark, in Etsy, where you're your own boss, it is so easy to not be consistent because nobody's going to fire you. The end result is the same. If you are not consistent, you're not going to get paid. You're not fired, you're just not going to make any money. So being consistent, that means if you need to make $100 a day and your items are going to net profit around $20, you need to list at least 5 items every day. That also means you need to be sourcing enough items to list 5 items a day. The only way you're going to do this is to be consistent. A friend of mine, Rachel Strickland, says,
treat your business like your business.
If you treat your business like a hobby, it's going to pay you like a hobby. And I'm telling you that number 4, be consistent with your work ethic, be consistent with your schedule, be consistent with what you're spending, and in the end, you're going to make consistent money doing so. And the last one, and I'm telling you this is the most important one, and it stops so many people. The biggest mistake to avoid is waiting. Number 5, don't wait. It's so easy to get caught up in making sure that you start at the right time. A lot of people, they make these New Year's resolutions. For 2023, I'm going to run a successful online resale business. I'm going to kill it on eBay. Poshmark, I'm going to own it. Whatever platform you're doing. And then people are like, well, I'm going to start January 1. No. If you want to be successful in 2023, and if you're watching this video, I think you do, you have to start now. You start today. If you're going to set a goal for another time, and you're also going to set a start date for another time, you've removed all of the opportunity that exists between now and when you were magically going to start. Think about it all the time. We're like, well, on Monday I'm going to do this, or I'll start on the 1st, or let me get past this, or let me get past that. Listen, the only thing you need to get past is waiting. Go ahead, list an inexpensive item, get some experience. All of the questions that you have about online reselling, all of them are going to make much more sense. The answers to those are going to make much more sense if you've got a little bit of experience. With a little bit of experience, you're going to ask better questions. The answers are going to make more sense, and you're going to be more successful with those things. So quick recap, because I know you've got this. Number 1, don't give scammers any room at all by talking to them off of the platform that you're on. I know how badly you want those to be sales. There's not. Don't do it. Number 2, overbuying. Don't bring home more than you can reasonably process and list and sell. Don't do that. It's just going to be weight that you're going to eventually have to lose. 3, stop listening to people who aren't successful at what you want to be successful at. You may love them, but they're not going to help you get where you need to be. 4, don't be inconsistent when it comes to doing your job. That will 100% derail you. And number 5, don't wait. If you put off beginning, eventually you're going to look back and say, I wish I had started the first time that I thought about this. I would be that much further down the road. I have a lot of beginner videos because I want you to be successful. I would love to have you subscribe to the channel because you're what makes this work. You're the one that tells me these are helpful. I appreciate you guys so very much, and I will see you real soon on the next one. Bye.